agricultural areas, is that's a sign that's heading towards the city. And, you know, and that's how we saw things going. And I've accepted that, and I look at these businesses, like that one that we're talking about that did the signs. They got great government contracts, and they redid their interior and exterior of their buildings. They needed more room, they brought in more workforce, they fixed their buildings, they upgraded the electricity, and made them better. Of course, their taxes go up because their value of their building has gone up. And, you know, when the recession hit, they got more business. You know, it was one of those that was counter to the recession.
Business
So.
was that?
Sea Reach Limited, they make signs for national and state parks, kiosks.
That's in Sheridan?
That's just past the Green Frog you talked about earlier. You got the pharmacy Green Frog driveway.
Oh, okay.
You go to downtown Seattle, they have these red kiosks. They design, manufactured, and install them. And they install the ones in the Portland, in the center of Portland too. They use kiosks with the maps and where the buses are. And they manufacture them in that little building, sub some of it out, and then they do the design, they sell contracts. They go all over for state parks, they do interpretive signs. They design that, they have biologists on their staff. And, you wouldn't believe they were in town. They don't want a lot of publicity, and they just hired 3 new people. Graphic artists who work on these big computer screens in there. They have these big plotters, and they make all this stuff. And so, I mean, that's one of those success stories. They came here, they lived on the coast, but they had to be closer to a city. They picked Sheridan, and she said it was dumpy, and they're artist people, so they're, you know, they like things to look pretty. Yeah, I know, and we wish it was prettier. What can we do? And they said, you know, when you're ready to upgrade your signage, when you're ready to do that, we're in town. Come see us. So, but I'm not ready for that yet because we have to get the other stuff done. So, but we have businesses telling me much more bluntly than you are what we need to do, and that's what they do for a living. So you're very polite audience. So, yeah, but you're right. The taxes, the crew isn't that big, and we've lived very frugally because of that, and we haven't done some of these things. But you can do them under contract if you have the money. You don't have to hire people full-time to get this. In fact, the crack sealing, I think, was done under contract. The state has a contract, we piggyback on it when they come through, we do a certain number of streets. And when I got here, I asked when we were doing it, they said, the people in charge at the time said, we don't need that, it's a waste of money, it doesn't do any good. Every place I've been, we had to do that. Every place you've been, we had to do that, so we started.
Well, that was why, when we moved in over there, that was my suggestion for the HOA, was the first thing was the street. Because when you start seeing things growing up through the cracks, and the water goes back down through, pretty soon,
Your base is gone.
Instead of just sealing it, you've got new asphalt you have to put in.
And sometimes you have to go down to the pit rock, down to the base run, 24 inches down, and we've had to do that a few streets. We have done very little street work in the last 8 years. When we replace water and sewer lines, which we have to do, we'll rip them out. We're deep in the road, we compact it properly and relay it at that time. So when you see us replacing water and sewer lines, you'll see us doing streets.
The street repair plan is tied into the water sewer rehab plan. You don't want to pave over and then go dig it
No,
out.
no, definitely
So
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
there's a balancing
Seen
act
that
there.
happen.
Yes, often. It's a tradition. It's a city tradition.
Yeah.
Every city.
Get the street, yeah.
But McMinnville was very good. They've got a major project going on now.